Hey guys, before I start here, I appreciate you joining into the video here, but if you guys are not following my social medias yet, then go ahead and do so down below in the description, guys, from my Twitter to my Instagram, my Twitch, and my TikTok, all down below there. I'm trying to grow this platform with you guys best I can, so the best you guys can do is hit me a follow down below in the description. So yeah, what is up guys, Ghost here, and today I got you guys a pretty hefty video going over the top 20 overall best guns ever in Call of Duty, okay? So about a week ago or so, I asked you guys what are the overall best guns ever in Call of Duty. I named off a few weapons, and out of 40,000 votes here, the number one voted was the ACR from Modern Warfare 2, but then again, there's so many other good weapons that I couldn't put in the poll right there from the question, and it has over 1,600 comments, which is crazy. So throughout the video, guys, I'm going to be reading some of your guys' comments from that entire poll. So if you guys would love to be possibly featured into a video, then definitely go to my community tab, vote on my polls, and for sure comment down below, and I could possibly screenshot your comment and put it in a video if I do happen to use those polls for future videos. And if you guys do still happen to enjoy my top 5s and top 10s, and check out the entire playlist down below in the description, and make sure you guys are subscribed and you turn on notifications from personalized to all, so you never miss a video from me, because we're gonna be pushing out so much multi-COD content. And last but not least, guys, just remember this video is gonna be all opinionated. All right, I know there's gonna be so many weapons that we're probably gonna miss, but that's where we're gonna be taking a look at some honorable mentions, and then we'll start the actual top 20. But a lot of this is gonna be opinionated and also coming from the comment section of my entire polls. So yeah, starting the honorable mention list here, the first gun we have here is from Call of Duty 4. It's the AK-74U. So this is a very solid SMG here in COD 4. This is definitely one of the most popular ones alongside the MP5. It's definitely, I say, better than the MP5, and it's one of the best SMGs I've ever used in Call of Duty for sure. Very consistent damage output. And the next weapon here in COD 4 is the M48-3 with the ACOG sight with stopping power, because it's literally a one-shot everywhere if they do not have juggernauts on them equipped. So if you have ACOG sight and they don't have jug, then it's literally a one-shot kill anywhere in the body. So that's why it's one of the best snipers ever. And then going to MW2 here, we do have the Spaz 12. Of course, this is very iconic. You can never forget or miss this shotgun here in Call of Duty because of the power that it has. And of course, Sandy Ravage's montages back in the day, his Spaz text montages. Another gun here from MW2 is the classic Akimbo G18 here. The sheer power, the sheer just sound of it when you just shoot just bullets down range is just so satisfying. It's one of the meltiest, fastest killing guns ever in a Call of Duty game. Speaking about melty, going to MW3, we do have the FMG9s. The Akimbo FMG9s are basically kind of the same story, how it just melts so fast, especially pre-patch, but even if it's not pre-patched, it is very insane. And then next is going to be the DSR from Black Ops 2. This is one of the most popular and beloved snipers of all time. And again, yeah, pre-patch, it's obviously way better, and we know how that went down with the community feedback with that. And then the LSAT, of course, in Black Ops 2, the good old target finder silenced LSAT. We all know how that is as well. It's very annoying, but then again, it's a very good LMG. Going to Black Ops 3, we do have the 1911. This is a low-key godly pistol here. Sadly, it's only behind supply drops, but I say it's one of the best pistols ever in a Call of Duty, and honestly, it's better than a lot of the primaries in Black Ops 3. And lastly, for the honorable mentions, guys, we do have the RPK from BO3. It's so powerful, literally three-shotting people from a very far distance, and of course, having little to no recoil at all. And those are the honorable mentions, guys, before we start the actual top 20. And keep in mind, guys, this entire list is going to be guns, with how they perform now, not pre-patch, okay? We're not doing how the weapons were pre-patch. If you guys are interested in that type of video, I actually did that video a while back ago going over the most broken guns ever in Call of Duty. So go ahead and check that out if you're interested in the best pre-patch guns ever, like the pre-patch DSR and the pre-patch Proteus. But let's just get right into the actual top 20 best guns ever in Call of Duty. So starting this off, guys, at the number 20 spot, we have the good old AA-94 here. And Nick's Bizarre Adventure says AA-94 ready for it. Showed it in BO2, love the gun. And it really did, especially the sound of the weapon. It just sounds so like just menacing, and you know what gun it is when it gets shot near you. And just the iron sights of it are so clean. No optics are needed on this weapon at all. And the first 2 rounds of every single shot do shoot faster, so this could kill extremely fast because of that. So you just mainly want to, like, you know, burst your shot and then boom, you can kill really freaking fast. So overall, it is one of the fastest killing and best assault rifles of all time in Call of Duty. So next up at the number 19 spot, we do have the M8A1 from Black Ops 2 here. This is the go-to competitive assault rifle, I'd say, for BO2, and one of the best competitive weapons of all time out of any Call of Duty, and one of the better assault rifles as well, being very consistent when it comes down to the time to kill department, because the burst is very fast, and of course it's insanely accurate. So combine those two, it's going to be a very strong assault rifle here in Black Ops 2. Stop on a red dot, quick draw and stock, and you'll be going to town. Next up, we have the Battle 27 Obsidian Steed here, which has +2 in damage, +1 in mobility, -1 in the fire rate, -1 in the accuracy, and -1 in the handling. And basically that +2 in damage really does make a difference with this thing here, because it basically makes it to where it's a 3-shot kill at a very far distance, and it's very consistent because of that here. It's a very hard-hitting, solid AR here in Advanced Warfare, and it's behind supply drops, and also you have to reach Prestige Master. I think it's 16 in order to get this. So you have 2 ways of unlocking it right there, and then you have yourself one of the best guns, I'd say, ever in Call of Duty, because this is so overused. And this is against bots, by the way, because I literally could not find a match in Advanced Warfare. And also the next weapon we have here is the Hbra3 Insanity. +1 in the damage, +2 in the fire rate. That is just so beautiful right there, man. Jeremiah says the Hbra3 was the best gun in Advanced Warfare, hands down. You see, this gun, I sadly don't have it. Only my brother does, sadly, and I don't. And I've been wanting this gun for so long, but I'm never going to get it because it's only behind supply drops, and it's one of the best guns in AW and one of the best guns ever, I'd say, and Call of Duty as an entire whole. So up next, at the number 16 spot, we have the good old Scar H from Black Ops 2, which, fun fact, guys, this is my favorite gun ever in Call of Duty out of every gun we've ever had. And Dino says Scar H from BO2, just an absolute monster. And yeah, it really is a monster. It has the range and damage of an LMG, and that fire rate of, like, you know, an LMG too, I guess I'd say, and packed into the mobility and the speed of an assault rifle. Literally punching people through walls with this thing here, and getting nuclears, getting streaks. Just, it's literally one of the best guns I've ever used in any Call of Duty, and the iron sights are just clean as hell. Going to Black Ops 1, guys, at the number 15 spot, we do have the Commando here. This is an all-around very good assault rifle. It has a balanced fire rate, balanced, you know, damage output, and the iron sights are also pretty clean, and just everything with the Commando just screams greatness, dude. Has kind of a bit of recoil here and there, but like, you get used to the pattern of it. It's good with anything. You can put on a suppressor, put on a red dot even. You can use the Commando however you'd like, and it'll turn out to be just as fine no matter what. At the number 14 spot, we do have the M27 light machine gun here from Call of Duty Ghosts. This light machine gun just hits so hard, bro. Just, you can put on anything with this LMG, from rapid fire to suppressor to even a freaking grenade launcher. And to the most popular setup is thermal sight suppressor on this thing here. Every camper uses this ever, and it's so stupid annoying. And as you guys are seeing, I'm literally going in the paint right here, just spawn trapping them on free fall. Fun fact, I literally at one point got a 1 minute 27-second chem strike here with this gun on strike zone. That's how crazy good this weapon is. Iron sights are great, the damage is just insane, and overall it's one of the best LMGs of all time with Call of Duty. Still sticking with Call of Duty Ghosts, at the number 13 spot, we do have the Honey Badger here, which this is one of the most unique weapons, I'd say, ever in Call of Duty, purely because it was one of a kind during its time here. You know, with Call of Duty, we never had weapons weapons that had integrated attachments into it, you know, by default. And having weapons such as the Honey Badger having an integrated suppressor on it just made this weapon a classic, you know, an all-time classic. You know, regardless of anyone's opinion on Call of Duty Ghosts, this is one of the coolest and best weapons that I've personally ever used in Call of Duty, with the looks of it, with the sounds of it, and just like with how it is in general. It's one of my favorite guns of all time as well, and nothing is gonna really compare to just how the Honey Badger is when it comes down to, like, I guess, like, uniqueness. But I mean, some weapons do compare to that, but just with like the bare rawness of this weapon, just, I don't know, something hits different with the good old Honey Badger. Going to MW3 here at the number 12 spot, of course we have the good old ACR. This ACR with suppressor and gold camo was definitely the wave, bro. Like, this is one of the most overused guns ever in a Call of Duty game. And Terminator does say here, MW3 ACR was so great sounding and great all around, and had a fair magazine size for an assault rifle. And yeah, just overall, man, everything was perfect, from the iron sights, the damage, the reload, it's literally the ACR from MW2 that, like, you know, fit into this game here with the balance and stuff. So yeah, nothing much more to say about this iconic gun. Of course, you cannot forget the Galil from Black Ops 1 here. This is at the number 11 spot though, and Sly Life does say, I just have a special place in my heart for the BO1 Galil. And this guy says Galil and BO1, it was just something else. I felt like a pro player playing with this thing here. And yes, dude, like, this is just a hard-hitting assault rifle. The iron sights are just so unique with the sound of it, with both suppressor and just like the regular sound without suppressor, is just phenomenal. That's one of the main factors of the Galil. Like, the most iconic things about it is the sound of it as well, and of course putting on gold camo and suppressor, and just slapping on the ghost perk as well. You got the entire holy trinity and just the combination right there with the Galil. So yeah, you cannot go wrong with one of the most classic ARs of all time in Call of Duty. So now guys, cracking into the top 10 best guns ever in Call of Duty, we have the Famas right here at the number 10 spot. So Y says Famas and BO1, in my opinion, my favorite gun and the best gun ever. It's consistent, fast firing, great accuracy, and everything good is in the gun. Hashtag Famas for life. And then this guy says BO1 Famas, it was so broken, and even after they fixed it, it was still the best gun in the game. So yeah, even after they did nerf it, quote unquote, back in the day, it still runs supreme here in Black Ops 1 alongside with the Galil and of course the AK-47. So yeah, just like the Galil, and the fact of the sound of the weapon being so iconic, you know, this has a very, very sexy sound to it. It sounds like just straight up metal spitting and just firing at the enemy, if that makes sense. Like, it just has that distinctive sound where you know what gun it is just off of hearing it, and just the way it melts the enemies is just so crazy, dude. So overall, it's one of the best ever. Going to the number 8 spot now, we have the UMP-45 from Modern Warfare 2 here. So AV says ACR is very close, but I have to give it to the UMP-45 and MW2. Silence the UMP matched with Ninja Pro, and you were unstoppable. Daniel says the UMP from MW2 was godlike, and crispy bacon sounds. I'm surprised I haven't seen no one mention the UMP and MW2. It was basically Roadout Wars MP40 without the bounce or recoil. And he has a point right there. Like, crispy bacon, bro, you do have a point. You are very good to have for breakfast, you know, having bacon and eggs. But like, Crispy Bacon's opinion on the UMP is straight up facts, like 100%, dude. Never miss out on bacon in the morning. So next up, guys, at the number 8 spot, of course, we have the ACR from Modern Warfare 2 here. So Bravo says the ACR is just so satisfying, from the sound to the reload animation to the iron sights. Just such a fun weapon here. Next comment, let's be honest, the ACR and MW2 is the best gun. Luna says ACR is just too iconic. Its cross for the iron sights was just such a clean look. It looked futuristic in a subtle way, and it sounded amazing and performed like a beast. Gotta love it. So yeah, everybody right there is completely right with the ACR and MW2. Of course, I'm not going to forget both ACRs from MW3 and MW2, even though that's, you know, they're both from, you know, they're like technically they have like the same name basically, and they're in different CODs. Still, I'm counting them both because, you know, they do perform you know, nearly, you know, they perform kind of different, obviously, than the games at their end, because one game has stopping power, one game doesn't. And obviously, MW2 having stopping power makes the silenced ACR better than the ACR in MW3, clearly. So, yeah. Moving on to the number 7 spot, guys, we do have the XMC from Black Ops 3, and the gameplay you're watching is literally an XMC only montage that I made a few years back ago with Black Ops 3, and this is the pre-patch XMC, but you can still do just as much damage like you can in this gameplay now. But Bold Rabbit says, to be honest, XMC, that thing was deadly. And Jacob says, what about the XMC in Black Ops 3? That thing took over the game. The XMC in BO3, I think, could be an AR or SMG depending on how you were feeling that match. And yeah, definitely right about that right here. The 3-shot kill range is very solid, but it was insanely ridiculous prior to the nerf, but it still is the best, I think, out of all the SMGs now. And it having literally no recoil, and it's shooting very fast. It's overall a cheese weapon, and that's why everyone, including myself, calls it the XM cheese. And if you've never used it, then you literally don't know how insanely powerful it is. And off of this gameplay, and it's only supply drops only, which sucks a lot. But let's move on to the next gun. Going to MW3 again at the number 6 spot, we have the MP7 here. So Zen says, are y'all forgetting about the MP7 from MW3? That thing had no recoil, good fire rate, and a lot of bullets. And a lot of these guys here just simply said MP7 MW3. Next guy says, next person says here, MW3 MP7, one of the best guns in close quarter situations, really good at mid-range, and it had barely any recoil, so it was really easy to beam people from far away. And MP7 and MW3 is 0 recoil, 40 bullets, great damage with a long range, amazing fire rate, beautiful iron sights, everything a player would like to have for the Moab. Last comment says the MW3 MP7, which has so good with silencer and extended mag, is definitely one of the best guns. So yeah, those comments summed up the MP7 so well, bro. Like, the iron sights are just literally the best out of any weapon ever in a Call of Duty game. No need to put any type of optic on this gun, because it basically kind of ruins the point of the iron sights, you know what I mean? And just like, it's so consistent, so smooth, and no matter what was done to this gun in terms of nerfs back in the day, if there was nerfs, it did basically nothing because it's so good now. So yeah, at the number 5 spot, guys, next up we have the M14 from Black Ops 3, guys. This M14 is literally impossible to get now in BO3 because it was a limited time weapon. So yeah, at one point it was available only for about, I think, 28 days or a month basically, and you can't get it no more, and it was supply drop only, of course. So yeah, it makes it pretty much the rarest gun in Call of Duty ever, or just one of the rarest guns ever in Call of Duty, and it's so powerful. Literally 2 shots from basically any range. Yeah, it's a 2-shot kill, shoots extremely fast. So yeah, man, it's so freaking ridiculous. But anyways, let's go on to the number 4 spot. Moving on to the number 4 spot, guys, we have the Ripper, surprisingly, from Call of Duty Ghosts. Maybe some of you guys didn't expect it to be this low on the list here, but I truly think this is that good of a weapon to be this low on the list, competing with you know, the next few weapons. You know, this is literally the last few 5 best of the best guns ever in Call of Duty, and the Ripper, it's a 2-in-1 SMG assault rifle. The SMG mode shoots crazy fast, has literally 0 recoil, and the AR mode has has very good damage. It's 3 shots at a pretty good range, especially with the muzzle brake, and has a very considerable fire rate. And overall, I think it's just such a solid gun that is good for every single situation, whether it's close range or long range, and that's why I think it's one of the best guns ever, because it excels in literally every single, you know, gunfight area such situation. But yeah, let's go on to the number 3 spot now. So next up, guys, at the number 3 spot, okay, we got the MP40 from Road Out War. And Sean says, keep in mind, MP40 almost one-shot headshots with stopping power. But apparently to these people, the ACR was more OP, even though it didn't kill very fast. The Famas and MP40 knock it out of the water. That's true. Rafe says the fact that the MP40 was going to be a kill streak in BO1 should speak for itself. Luckily it wasn't. Bro, what? And yeah, If you guys didn't know, the MP40 was actually going to be a kill streak in Black Ops 1, and here's some audio files of it from BO1.
Enemy MP40 spotted. Take cover. MP40 deployed. Enemy MP40 spotted in your area. Friendly MP40 in your AO. Enemy MP40 spotted. Take cover. Say hello to my MP40. Enemy MP40 spotted. Take cover. Enemy MP40 spotted. Take cover. MP40 ready for deployment. Friendly MP40 deployed. Say hello to my MP40.
Yeah, those are actually real. Literally real. It was going to be a kill streak at one point. That's how OP the MP40 is. Yeah. Ron says, Run of War MP40 with stopping power. It was a 2-pump chump that could last 64 rounds. Seriously though, that 2-shot kill was insane. Paradox says the Run of War MP40 shreds so hard when I used this gun in Run of War, I was called a hacker. So yeah, it's just constant 2-shot pop, 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 you know, almost literally 1-shot of the enemies, and it's with stopping power, of course, but it literally has so much recoil, so that's why most of the time I do hit fire with it though. But overall, it is literally one of the best guns ever, top 3 ever in Call of Duty. And yeah, here on the #2 spot, you guys thought this would be #1. Guaranteed, guaranteed. This is the M16 at the #2 spot, but what could be better than the M16, you say, huh? Well, let's read some comments here. So Grand Admiral says, I tried all of them, but the M16 always works wonders, even on Red Connection. Remember those? Devin says, for me, it's the M16 or the M48 with the ACOG and stopping power. The M16 one bursts everything. And don't need to talk about the M48-3, and then Cereal Milk says the COD 4 M16 is just too good with these one-burst kills out of nowhere from any range. If you literally shoot from anywhere, the dude's gonna die. That's the COD 4 M16 for you. I definitely agree the M16 with stopping power made it always a one-burst machine, plus a red dot, and you'll have great accuracy. So everyone is certainly right about the M16 here, but the thing is, guys, what's better than the M16, or what's just as good tied with the M16? And the thing is, I think #2 and #1 should be tied, honestly, because they're very similar, and they're basically 3-round burst weapons. And the #1 gun, the best gun in Call of Duty history, in my opinion, goes to the Modern Warfare 2 Famas. So yeah, these comments here says, but in my opinion, the most OP is the Famas on MW2 because of stopping power. The MW2 Famas was an absolute beast. I remember killing everyone in 1 or 2 bursts. Essentially, if you really think about it, the M16 and the Famas are basically the same exact weapons with stopping power, because they both 2-shot, they both 1 burst, and they both have, you know, considerate faster fire rates. But I feel as though the MW2 Famas has less recoil, and it's better because you can put suppressor on it and then slap on stopping power, and it just feels better with suppressor as well. No matter whatever attachments it is on the Famas, it just works better, in my opinion, than the M16. I feel like it's just smoother overall. I don't know about you guys, but Famas, in my opinion, is the best gun overall ever in a Call of Duty game. What do you guys think? Honestly, it's just really tied, but out of those two, I prefer the Famas at the end of the day. So yeah, those are the top 20 best guns ever in Call of Duty. I hope I got this list right, and I hope you guys all enjoyed. And if you made it to the end of the video, comment down below Spork, because that's what my ghost and my logo is holding, if you guys didn't know, and that's from Mob of the Dead, from Zombies. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.